Okay, so
Based on your accolades.
the guy at number 1 is a guy that just had a draw his last fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, what are we talking about? It ain't really nothing to even talk about. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. You know, it's funny to me. It's all jokes. None of that shit matters. July 12th is the main concern. As long as I'm locked in and focused on my job, that's all that matters.
So Edgar, just to follow up really quick. Obviously, we started back and forth online with you and Edgar. He got on the stage. Is this the first time you've seen him since then? Since like all the talk about, I guess, who should be the main event?
Yo, Edgar really my boy. So like, all of this shit could make like people beef and go against each other, and you know, you gotta watch what you say and certain things being said. But in that situation, I already said it before. I think I did kind of. I should have thought about him when I was talking, because that is my brother at the end of the day. So I could admit when I'm wrong. But other than that shit, hey, that's my brother. I do feel as though I should be the headline, but he a hell of a fighter. I'm a hell of a fighter. He's gonna feel the way he feel. I feel the way I feel. But it's nothing but love.
Last question for you on the topic.
With the boxing voice, with that heat between Edgar and Shiraz, does that make him being the last fighter of the night a little more acceptable? But with the language barrier between you and Zepeda, it takes
Yeah. Nah.
Does it make it a little more acceptable for you?
I mean, it is what it is. Once again, they saying it's 2 main events, so I'm looking at it like that. I can't keep talking about it. It is what it is.
Yeah, and one last thing, you being half Puerto Rican, the same way Canelo sort of learned English to make him a more marketable fighter, is that something along the lines that you're trying to do to be more marketable?
I never thought about it. We'll see. As I keep going on my journey, I like learning new things anyway. So, if I feel like just sitting there and taking the time reading the books and trying to learn Spanish, I would.
Have you and Keyshawn actually talked about those rankings since they came out?
Nah, I ain't talking like, bro. I can't blame. Here's the thing, like all of this stuff going on behind closed doors with these high-powered peoples, and they making these high-powered decisions. I can't blame the fighters for that. So what is there even to talk about? What I'm gonna say? Oh, Key. Oh, I'm sure. Like, there's nothing to talk about. That's my brother at the end of the day. I'm proud of him. I'm happy to where he's at, cause I done seen where he came from. So truthfully, I'm not caught up in that shit. That shit is what it is. But y'all know, like I know what it is.
You mentioned not wanting to overlook Zepeda, but Turkey called in saying you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamar Roach. I think
they announced it today?
So what do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamar Roach, giving him a tough fight?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamar. I think Lamar is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
You really mean it that you want to move up to 154 and fight Conor?
I asked 2 questions at the same time. I ain't hear shit y'all just asked.
You really want to move up to 154 after this fight and fight Conor Ben?
Yo, I kind of said 154. I probably was stretching it. I'm stretching 154, but I'll fight him at 147. 147, me and Conor could get it in.
She called Johnny Boy Boxing a fight height. If you beat Zepeda, do you feel that that's the toughest test of your career? And they'll give you the credit if you win?
Who knows? It's a never-ending process, I think I stopped looking for credit, because at the end of the day, once you get the credit, something else happened, they gonna move on anyway. So the credit really doesn't matter. It just matter how I feel, what I feel after the fight. After I go fight with him, if I perform at the highest level of my expectations, I'm cool with that.
Shakur, we saw Eddie obviously, have you back on stage. He said, look, you guys maybe don't appreciate Shakur as much as you should. This is an American great fighter. Talk to us about your relationship with him. And the reason I asked is because rumors circulated recently that maybe you were going with Debella, but Eddie, he seems to have your back. Can you talk about that?
Yo, I got a question though about that. Like, why am I the only person? Everything behind closed doors just gotta be leaked or talk about. I don't understand that shit. It's just every single thing is talked about with me. It's god damn, that shit ain't even gotta be that. But like I said, Eddie Hearn is here, and I've been saying he was one of the best promoters in the sport. And, I think he proven himself well. So
Eddie, Saquon Jones with the boxing voice. You spoke about Shakur should be a national treasure. But isn't that your job to make him a national treasure?
Yeah, but we've only just started working together. Give me a chance. You know, and this is the problem with a lot. Terence is the same, by the way. It's not just guys. I don't just say it about people. I said it about Shakur before we represented him.
Okay.
Those guys, Terence, all those guys, they should be American superstars because of the ability they've got. But the good news is he's 27. And the crazy thing is, imagine being a 3-division world champion and never breaking sweat. Like, look what he did against Valdez and people like that. It was like, I was watching it as a fan. I didn't know that one day we'd get to work together, but I'm watching it going, I can't believe how good this young man is.
And one more question. I interviewed you a couple times. I've covered for the Boxing Voice going over to London. I see how you get swarmed here. But they don't, swarmed in London or England, but they don't swarm you in America. What do you have to do different?
Good. It's nice to be able to breathe. It's good because I'm going to go running with him tomorrow at Central Park. He's the one that should be getting mobbed, not me. I'm just a fat promoter from Essex. This is the superstar. This is something that all young fighters dream of, having talent like this. You're looking at pure greatness with this young man.
Cool. Anybody else at 147 you looking at?
Official.
at 147,
Yeah, if you were to go
no,
on.
I'm not really like. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's crazy. The only reason why Conor Ben came to my mind, I'm gonna be real with you. I seen him in the mall, and I'm the type of person I size
Sizing
people
them
up.
up, okay.
So I sized them up, and I'm like, yo, I could fight him. Like, I wouldn't mind fighting him. So
The mad thing was, right, is Conor Ben texted me yesterday,
Oh,
right,
you serious?
with the clip of saying about 154. Literally, within 2 minutes, Shakur texts me as well, saying, make the fight at 147. And I've got like 2 phones, right? I've got Conor Ben going, Shakur Stevenson going.
Amazing.
Listen, that's another... he should be looking to fight all over the world. He's boxed in Saudi now. He should do a big stadium show in the UK. Him against Conor Ben would be a massive fight. But he's right what he said up there. Our job is to look beyond. His job is just to focus on July 12th. But he can fight everybody. Tank, Conor Ben, the list is endless, but he's got to go and do the business against Zepeda.
Eddie, you specifically mentioned his victory over Oscar. Do you think that's his best performance in the ring?
Do you know what? I just think that you're going to see the best Shakur Stevenson against the best opposition. People with outstanding talent and ring IQ always perform better against better opposition. And that's what Zepeda's going to bring. He's a good fighter. It's not an easy fight. And that's where you'll see the best of him. But I remember watching the Valdez fight because at the time, I was thinking, I think he might get beat. And I just watched it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was like, respect to Oscar, it was like a mismatch. And I was just thinking, I don't think anyone can beat him. And I still feel that way now. I don't think anybody can beat him, Tank included, anybody at 135. And, that's why. And also, I've never met anyone with a work ethic like Shakur Stevenson. He is, we could say in the UK, a boxing pervert, right? He lives in the gym.
Yeah.
I can't, boxing pervert.
Make
sure you had boxing at the front.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Diddy case going on here.
But seriously, I did it, yeah. Pause, or whatever you say, right? But what I'm saying is, honestly, you never have to worry about him. He works so hard and he's 100% focused. He's boxing. He's boxing crazy, and he knows this is a real fight, and that's why he'll go into camp and he'll just give it that little bit more.
How do you see the Bud Canelo fight playing out?
You said what?
Bud and Canelo, how you see it playing out?
I think Bud gonna cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's like physically kind of big, but like height wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. Now.
Cool. How you got a decision to stop this? Because Brandon and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud could crack too. So
Shakur, do you consider fighting Roach after the Tank fight? Is that fight would be of interest? I think a lot of
Yes,
people would be
me and
interested.
Lamont. Actually, you know, it's crazy. They be talking all that brother shit. Oh, he brothers and he won't fight. Me and Lamont is actually really close and really cool. But I would fight Lamont. It ain't got nothing to do.
It'll be a
It's
big
a
fight,
difference.
right?
It's a difference between like how my relationship is with him and what it is with Keyshawn. I would love that fight.
Shakur, what do you think of Devin's fight? You were there. What do you think? Did he look the same? How do you rate his performance?
I think, you know what, I ain't gonna shit on Dev because y'all, that's what everybody want me to do. Y'all want me to give him something and shit on him, but I think that he just need to get a little bit more confident. He get his confidence back to 100% after what happened to him. You could tell he's gonna be in a good position.
And we'll do two more.
Shakur, how important is this for you and your family?
I think it's everything. This is the biggest moment of my life right now. I'm coming in there to perform at the highest level and show why I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing.
Okay.
Eddie, one more question.
All right,
Saquon Jones with the boxing voice.
All right, Eddie.
See you later, yeah?
Yeah, I'm down.
Appreciate you.
They said now that you might